Thank you, and welcome to my 5 minutes of fame. I'm not a politician or a practiced orator, so I've got a lot of tough acts to follow. But less than a week ago, I flew to outer space with Blue Origin, and it was the fulfillment of a dream formed in a little boy 60 years ago. Thank you, Councillor Pasternak, Mayor Chow, councillors, and each of the faith leaders and speakers who stood up today. I'm humbled. Thank you for your moral clarity in standing up against the world's oldest hatred. Today, Jew hatred based on myths, conspiracies, and lies are now expressed openly in our streets and amplified 24/7 on social media as open calls for genocide, mostly in the guise of anti-Zionism. Let's make no mistake that anti-Zionism is blatantly anti-Semitism. Throughout my adult life, I've been a volunteer for causes to improve lives, and today I chair the Confronting Anti-Semitism Committee of UJA of Greater Toronto. As my trip to space approached, I seized the opportunity to merge purposes, intertwining my role with confronting anti-Semitism in Canada with the fulfillment of a boyhood dream. The experience of going to space last Friday, William Shatner said it better than I will, was breathtaking and emotional. I saw a small planet surrounded by blackness, protected by a thin layer of atmosphere. The horizon was 1,200 miles away. That's how far you could see. You don't see borders, frontiers, or division. The topography flattens to pattern and color. And the further out you go, the more you see of our planet, the less you see things that divide us: borders, frontiers, politics, ideology, religion, and hate. What the Jewish community is confronted with today is a crisis. In my 66 years, anyone my age will have experienced some anti-Semitism, taunts in the schoolyard and graffiti on the synagogue. But never have I seen a time when hate has escalated to the point where terror has reached our community, has been tolerated, normalized, and even accepted. This proclamation we see behind me, Unity Against Anti-Semitism, and I thank the mayor and all who signed. This is an inspiring event, but it's an event. My trip to space was an event. It was a peak experience of my lifetime, but it's just an event. Anti-Semitism never ends. We need to talk about it every day, to make it a priority every day, to talk to our friends, our colleagues, and our neighbors. Jews make up 1% of the Canadian population, yet in the wake of the horrific massacre in Israel on October 7th and unspeakable acts of terror, sexual violence, the hate crimes against our community has reached epic proportions. I heard today 70% of hate crimes target at religious and ethnic minorities are targeted against Jews. 1% of the Canadian population is exposed to 70% of the hate crimes. In the streets of Toronto and across Canada, there is vandalism, harassment, and violence of Jewish people. Jewish students face threats and intimidation daily, not just in the quad or in the schoolyard, but by their misguided peers, but from their teachers in their classrooms, their professors in the lecture halls. I was able to take a few meaningful items with me to outer space. In addition to pictures of my grandparents who came to this country to escape pogroms and violence against Jews in Russia, a picture of my father-in-law with a tattoo on his arm that he received in Auschwitz, where his entire family perished. I took a number of items representing the cause to fighting anti-Semitism. I brought something to give to the mayor. It's a dog tag, a symbol of solidarity with the hostages in Gaza, with the people of Israel. And I hope someone on her staff will give this to her and that she'll wear it if she comes and when she comes to stand with our community at rallies, vigils, and other events. Mark Sandler mentioned that there is a tool to Understanding and Fighting Anti-Semitism. This is it. It bears the trademark of the Government of Canada. It's the Canadian Handbook on the IRA Working Definition of Anti-Semitism. It's the culmination of years of effort of human rights leaders from all over the world and from all faiths. I encourage you to look it up online, download it, read it. It clearly articulates what anti-Semitism is and what it isn't. Find it, print it, read it yourself, and refer it to your friends. Thank you.